So, this all started last spring when my sweet beekeeping hobby ran into a very sour neighbor. I keep a few beehives in my backyard, totally legal, and I sell the extra honey at farmers markets. It's a passion of mine. But then there's Karen, the self-appointed queen of our HOA. From the moment she saw my hives, she was on a mission. She'd march up to my door, clipboard in hand, and rant about my insect farm being an HOA violation. I'd show her the city ordinance proving it was legal, but she'd just wave it off, claiming the HOA rules were superior, which they're not. Then, she noticed the jars of fresh honey on my porch. Her whole demeanor changed. She declared that since I was running an illegal business, the honey was forfeit to the HOA. She literally tried to take 5 jars. I was stunned. I told her no, they were for sale for $15 each. She scoffed, called me a greedy capitalist, and stormed off, muttering about fines. This became her new thing. Every time she saw me, she'd demand her HOA-mandated honey tax. It was exhausting. I even started getting fake violation notices from her in my mail, which I lovingly filed under Karen's fan mail. Now, for a crucial detail, my neighborhood borders a state forest, so we get wildlife, including black bears. It's common knowledge here. You don't leave food out ever, especially not something as irresistible as fresh honey. I'm always meticulous about bringing everything inside well before dark. One evening, after bottling a beautiful batch of dark amber honey, I got a long phone call. By the time I hung up, it was late and I was tired. I left about 20 jars on my screened-in porch to label in the morning, and then, a wonderfully petty thought crossed my mind. I remembered Karen's late-night patrols and my security camera pointed right at my porch. So, I decided to leave the honey right where it was, just to see what might happen. Around 2 a.m., my phone buzzed with a motion alert. I pulled up the live feed, and there she was, creeping across my lawn dressed like a ninja. She saw the honey and her eyes went wide. She started grabbing jars, fumbling like a clumsy raccoon trying to carry too much at once. She managed to grab 6 or 7 jars before her greed got the better of her. As she scurried away, one jar slipped and smashed on my walkway. Then, the lid came off another jar she had tucked under her arm. As she power-walked back to her house, she left a thin, sticky, glistening trail of pure, delicious bear bait, all the way down the sidewalk, across her lawn, and right up to her front door. I watched the whole thing on camera, struggling not to laugh out loud. This was better than any movie. I knew nature was about to take its course. I made some coffee and settled in to watch her house. It didn't take long. A huge black bear emerged from the woods, nose twitching. He found the honey trail and started licking the pavement like it was the best meal of his life. Soon after, a mother bear and her 2 cubs joined the party. It was a bear parade following the golden brick road right to Karen's house. She had apparently dropped the rest of her stolen honey on her own porch. The bears descended on it, and the sound of shattering glass and happy bear grunts filled the night air. But the real show was just beginning. Karen had left her garage door slightly open. The mother bear, smelling more treats, nudged it open and went right inside with her cubs. That's when the chaos erupted. I heard crashing, metal crunching, and things being torn apart. Suddenly, the lights in Karen's house flashed on. A window opened and I heard the most glorious sound, Karen screaming in pure terror. "Get out of there, you bad bears." The bears completely ignored her, of course. They were busy destroying her trash cans, her lawn equipment, and a set of patio furniture. They ripped open bags of potting soil, knocked over shelves, and I'm pretty sure a cub tried to hibernate in a wicker loveseat. After about 20 minutes of this beautiful symphony of destruction, I decided to be a concerned neighbor and called the non-emergency line for animal control. The next morning was a beautiful sight. Karen's yard was a disaster zone. Her garage looked like a tornado hit it, and her fancy patio set was in splinters, and smeared all over the wreckage was the sticky evidence of my stolen honey. She stood on her driveway, hands on her hips, completely defeated, as an animal control officer wrote her a very expensive ticket for attracting dangerous wildlife. A little while later, an email went out to the whole neighborhood, reminding everyone to secure their food and trash. It wasn't signed by Karen. She's been silent ever since. She avoids eye contact, her patrols have stopped, and she hasn't asked for a single drop of honey. I guess she finally learned that messing with a beekeeper can have some very grisly consequences. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this little taste of sweet, sweet justice, don't forget to like and subscribe.